now. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. We're on. Make it small though. There we go. It's a small one. Man, he's tired. He is tired. Got that one, guys. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? The sound wasn't working earlier. How's the audio? Sweet. So I got that one earlier. That's the biggest of the day. And that one hit on that same technique I'm doing right now. Stroking that chatterbait. Kind of like hair jigging a chatterbait. Lighting is pretty bad right here. Unfortunately, I can't even see the comments because the light. Sweet. We are live and loud now. Cool. GoPro must have got wet. This battery pack for some reason is not keeping up with the recording. My other one was fully charged and then it was fully charged and it died like in 2 hours, so I don't know what's going on. But I can't be too mad because that battery pack I'm using that did that, I fell in the lake with that one on and it still works. It's kind of weird. It took like 2 days to charge up. So like I said, I got a chatterbait and I'm just throwing it out, letting it sink to the bottom. And then I'm giving it a few reels up off the bottom and letting it fall. I don't know what that technique's called. I call it stroking a chatterbait because sometimes I'll just lift my rod tip up to do it. Or it's hair jigging, basically hair jigging a chatterbait. This is how you'll fish a hair jig. It seems to trigger these fish that are really reluctant. I mean, they've been hammered with the elites being here for probably a week and a half. I don't know how long they get to practice, but the tournament was 4 days, at least for the top 10 guys. So been a crazy day. If you weren't on earlier, I was saying cracked a rod going down to get that fish, um, and then broke off on a chatterbait. I threw it out, let it hit the bottom, and I didn't even start reeling, and he picked it up. I set the hook and the line broke. So maybe it was a toothy critter. So I worked through here with another technique, and it'll be on my video that I post. Old school technique, some old school baits I haven't thrown in forever. I don't even know if they make them. Really, it's the only thing I was getting bites on in Bouclair. And then I put some newer, relevant stuff on it. Come on. I'm gonna turn it off. See if it'll charge up. For some reason, this battery pack won't keep it on. And the setup I'm using for this, I got a 6-to-1 gear ratio, 15-pound fluoro, and this is a 7-foot medium heavy Bass Pro Shop cranking rod. I've got really used to my 7.6, so this thing really seems a little, what do you want to call it, wimpy, I guess, because that 7.6 has got a lot more weight on it. But I like this one better when I'm working shallow. I don't think I like this boot tail on this with this technique because it drags more. And I think it's a 3.5, but it's skinny. It's a little one. Doesn't hang out as much as that razor shad I had on before, the one I broke off. Well, I don't seem to want this anymore. It's getting hazy out. Almost looks rainy. So we got a grass edge that I'm right on, and I'm working it along it. We got a pretty hard bottom. I wouldn't say there's shell, but it's definitely a hard bottom with no grass. I got into the grass a little bit. Some hydrilla down there. And I really want to get as close to it as I can, because you'll have fish just roaming, but you'll also have fish tucked in on it. And we're in about 7.5 feet right here. So if you guys aren't subscribed, hit that sub button and hit the like. I've got a video coming out tomorrow at 5 from Kenansville, Lake Kenansville, Donkey Land, with We Go Fishing, No Name Bassin, and Small Water Charters. We all went out. Now, No Name's already released the video, and Small Waters has. We just went Friday. I jumped it up. I got some other stuff I got to work on, but I jumped it up so I could get it out. Man, it looks different out. It's really hazy and cloudy that way. Well, we might be done on this spot. I hate that I can't see the screen. Like from where I'm looking, it's almost black. It's really dark. Let's see if I can. There we go. We got 7 kilo. Not to mention it's dirty. Doesn't help. There we go. Rick Amata Fishing. Got it now, brother. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Jose, we are live and loud now. Rick, can you landscape the phone to get a bigger picture? What's going on here? Actually, we're up north. I'm in Carlton right now. I can, but I want this to go into the live feed. That way more people can see it. I could do that, landscape it, but I mean, you can see me, I think, from it. I'll kind of give you guys grass up there, some reeds, and then this hydrilla comes out, and I'm right on the edge, and I'm paralleling it. And then this comes out, and some of them, that one runs up to the bank with no grass out front, and this other side does too, and it just kind of changes with the hardness of the bottom. There's doesn't seem like there's any shell right here, even though the bottom's hard, but there's there's a lot of patches around here because I worked some bottom stuff. But I was on my way out. I ran some of the shallow stuff. I've been fishing offshore, and caught one on a chatterbait casting up. So I pulled back over here, and I fished this spot earlier with a bottom bait. Didn't get any bites. So they're definitely feeding on shad and bait. And you got to make them bite. I caught, I think, just one in here on a worm. Cinco. It's decent. I've done some different stuff that I haven't really done that much of on the channel, and some baits that I used to use back in the day just to do something different with that technique, but it'll be on the video I do. This camera is not wanting to switch this out and see if this thing will. See if it'll charge better on this one. My primary one went dead. So that stroking that chatterbait, and then this DT10. I've caught one on the DT10 and 3 or 4 on that chatterbait. I got in the grass. Good thing about the chatterbait, because you can get in the grass and rip it through. With this crankbait, you can't. So we got some hydrilla that almost looks like coontail, and we got eelgrass. Well, they don't seem to want that. So we are out on the Harris chain if you've just tuned in. And I'm just hair jigging this chatterbait. So I broke off on a good one. He actually, when I was letting it sunk and hit the bottom and was sitting there, and he picked it up off the bottom. Could have been a gar, possibly. Probably should change this trailer. I got a little boot tail swim bait on here. They seem to like the Z-Man Razor shad better. It's got a bigger profile and no boot, so it really looks like a shad. Kind of like a Lake Fork. instead of last tech. I think it stays down lower and I can work it faster. Cutting the grass over here. Well, I may have run them all off. I think we got 5 out of here. 4 or 5 in this little spot. Biggest one was 4, which I showed the group earlier. It's in the well. It's the biggest of the day. Good thing about this technique too, I mean, if you're reeling it up high, they might not chase it, but if they're suspended, they'll see it. So hopefully my 3 things are over. Lost tungsten, I just broke a cranking rod. Put all my weight on it when I was getting that fish. I kind of slipped and fell, cracked it, and then I broke off a jackhammer. They say things happen in 3s. They seem to happen like 10s with me. But hey, when you fish as much as I do, stuff happens, you know? Let's see, we got a little bit of charge. Hopefully this one will keep up. We're gonna make a couple more casts with this chatterbait, and then I'm gonna go back in to Bouclair and work this offshore grass spot that I caught several on this morning. I don't know if somebody's burning something or what. It's freaking hazy. I'm gonna slide this way a little bit. Oh yeah, they're sitting there. See who's here. Anybody tuned in? About 4 on. Fishing with Connor. What's up, buddy? No, we're not on Lake Apopka. We are on Lake Carlton right now. And I'm about to stroke it off the bottom and let it sink, and then pop it again. Or you can just wind it and let it fall. All right, I think we're gonna roll into Bouclair, and I'll probably just keep that on. You guys can roll in there with me. People joined in. All right, we got 8. Hit that thumbs up, guys, would you? All right, we're gonna roll back into Bouclair. I found a halfway decent grass point with some shell on it. Caught a few in there this morning, so I'm gonna go back, see what's happening. God, it's really hard to see in this light today. Oh, there's a lot of bait over here. Here's my graph, guys. We got some bait up here. why it keeps doing that. Let's see, put this up here. Can you guys hear me now? You got sound? Okay, cool. I wonder what happened. Maybe the little thing popped out. All right, sweet. So I'm gonna fish this little offshore spot. I fished it this morning and found a couple spots, a little grass point with some shell in and around it. I don't know how many we caught. We probably caught 5 over here this morning. Hit that like if you haven't, and if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Losing my voice. I might try that chatterbait technique over here too. But over here, there's a lot more patches of grass. It's hard to get on the edge and get in the shell. The shell's in between the patches of grass. And then there's some out once you get away from the grass. Oh, I passed my spot. Trying to line up on my spot I got marked. Try this chatterbait first. A couple casts. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go out and slow first so I don't run anything off. So I cracked a rod, kneeling on it to get a fish. Then I broke off on a good one, but you know, who knows? There he is, first cast. Here we go, guys. And the crazy thing is kind of how it happens. You put a bait on, you make a cast, you catch one, then you don't catch another one. You put another bait on, you catch one. They're there, they're just little one, but fish. What y'all think about that? I need to see some heart signs. You're a little thing. Hey now, hey now. Actually, I didn't throw this bait. I was throwing some old school stuff. I don't want to break the secret, because that will probably be the title of my next video. This video, what's crazy is I boat flipped a, I don't know, 2.5 pounder, and my line broke. My main line broke, which is kind of interesting. And I got 20-pound fluorocarbon on this. It broke, but I've been dragging it through some stuff. Let's see if we can get another one. This cast landed in grass, so when you're pulling it through, if you can pull through that grass and then get into the open spot where there's shell, you can get bit. But sometimes you pull through there and it bogs up on your weight, and then you kind of ruin that cast. Looks like I got stuff on it. So I got a video, Kenansville video this past Friday is coming out tomorrow. So you guys check it out. I put it down as a premiere so you can see the thumbnails already on my channel. I think it goes live at 5. It was a we go, no name bassin and small water charters. It was a pretty cool day. It was a good day. Look at that, first cast and then nothing. Let's see. We can get outside this patch of grass right here. There's a good hard spot outside some of this grass and then inside. It looks really weird out here. It's like there's a fire going on or something. It's crazy. It's so hazy right now. It's like there's a solar eclipse right now. A lunar eclipse. Isn't that crazy? Catch one on the first cast. It's kind of what was happening. Then I change baits and then I catch one. Then I move to a spot, I catch one. And I change baits, I catch one. I mean, it's like one old school bait some of you guys may have heard of. It's right here. I haven't used it in forever. I mean, I don't throw Carolina rig a lot anymore, but I used to throw it a lot when I lived in Georgia. So we're sitting in about 8.5 right here. Here, fishy, fishy. I figured I'd stay a little later, see if, there's been a morning bite. I've pretty much caught them. Well, and then a later one. I didn't catch many. I was fishing slow over there. They wanted the reaction. So how many are watching fish? Are you everybody fish? Anybody got live scope? I don't. I got mixed feelings. Not really. I just haven't spent the money on it yet. I'm reluctant, but I want it. But then sometimes I'm like, do I want it? I don't know. I want it. But I know people don't like to watch when you're doing that. Yeah, they want to watch you catch big fish, but do you guys want to watch me stare at the screen? I mean, I pretty much stare at my graphs all the time anyway, unless I'm fishing shallow. It's just a really good tool, though. It can keep you from wasting a lot of time. Anybody have it that's on right now? Come on, dudes. It is crazy looking out here. You'll get it through that grass, and then you'll get into an open spot that's got hard shell on it. What time is it? 5:17. Hook point's not wanting to stay in. Man, it's crazy looking out. Oh, there he is. Small. Good lord, he's small. Dude. What are you thinking, man? What are you thinking? We got another baby. Ooh, major baby. Look at that, guys. What y'all think of that? Hey, what's up, Becky? You're here for my service. Thank you. Hey, Becky, I saw that on the news last night, but there was a prescribed burn. Oh, it didn't look like that until like, oh, so you're saying it might have just started? Kevin says, great information. We need you on the boat. Yeah, she's a great moderator. I did see that prescribed burn. When was that starting? Because it just started about, I want to say it was about an hour ago after I went live. See if we can get a big one out here. I don't know that we're near Seminole County though. So I put in at Trimble Park this time. It's shallow, but it was okay. I had to wait, which was fine because I wasn't in really a rush to get out of here because I knew I was going to stay later. And most of my stuff was not rigged up for here because I changed a lot of stuff for Kenansville. And my box of tungsten went in the water. I feel like it's a broken record with me. Yeah, they went in the water. So I haven't got them yet. So I was kind of limited for weights. Just had to take all my tungstens with me. Ooh. Oh, what was that? I think that was my fault. I think that was a false alarm. I think it butted up to some grass. Now the bigger ones, it just feels like it's really light. And I mean, and I'm say bigger than that thing. The only like two good sized fish I caught over here. The rest of them, you know, it's that you're kind of chasing them, or it's a good, you know, it's a good couple bites. So I'll break the secret, the silence on it. I don't know if that's on my thumbnail. I think I added it, but I might not have put that thumbnail on there. We caught over 40, the three of us, and small water caught 20. So I got some good ones. Hmm. Huh. Yeah, I'm surprised we're not getting more bites. I mean, we caught two, but I'm gonna, before I go to my next little spot, and they're all pretty close. It's kind of just a different angle. I'm gonna throw this chatterbait. Like I said, it's not the trailer I wanted. I think this is just I think it's a Yum trailer. Little boot tail, 3.5 probably. actually tied on a jig, but I didn't go where I was thinking I might fish that. And brought some hair. I always have my hair jigs in here, but I didn't throw those either. There's, I didn't find like a clean, solid spot of shell where there wasn't like grass around it. So the good thing about the rod I broke, Becky, I broke a rod. Um, I had too many over here, and I went down to get a fish, and all my weight went on it, and it cracked. I bought a backup last year, so, and I almost rigged it up because I knew I was going to throw some crankbaits today. The 7.6 medium, I like that, chatterbaits, and mid-size. I mean, I haven't used it for that, but mid-size cranks. And when I say mid-size, I mean like 10s, not like DT20s, but like TT10s, probably 16, maybe 16, I don't know. But that 5XD probably worked good with that. Huh. All right. Go back to the C rig. Slide around here. Anybody else on? Anybody new? I feel like I'm neglecting y'all. Okay, info Kevin. I don't think it was close to the ramp, but not sure. What's that? What went close to the ramp? Oh, so the tungsten went in. You know, there was 3 of us in the boat at Keenan's. I moved my boxes to the back because I kept having to go up front. Sat them back here, and I went back up to get something else. I looked up, and one of the box, someone was getting one of the box that was floating, and then they didn't know about the other one, but I knew I had it. I knew it went in. So yeah, I don't know if I have as many as each combination, but yeah, I just reordered everything. I think it was 160 bucks for what I had, and I've been building that collection for a while. But I had everything. I had 2 ouncers, ounce and a half, ounce and a quarter, 1 ounce, 3/4. I mean, everything I use. And I shouldn't have brought it all. It's my fault. You live and you learn. Ooh, good Lord, that wad's still there. Wow, it's still freaking there. That's crazy. There's a wad on this edge. So I'm going to drift back away from it. Pretty sure it's the same. Yep. It's the same group that I saw earlier. And then I drifted back, and that's where my mark is. It's kind of weird that bass would still be sitting there. It must be something else. Anybody been to Kenansville or Headwaters? That was my first time. I haven't been to Headwaters. And somebody had asked why Kenansville and not Headwaters, and that's because small water charters. Check out their channel. They're a guide service around. I think they're located near Okeechobee, and they've been going there, and they invited us down. Oh, there he is. Something hit it. Oh, there he is. Must be small. Oh my God. What? Must be small. Yeah. It's doing what them small ones do. There's definitely a lot of fish under here, that's for sure. Put this back on. Yeah, and you know, the water was really clear there, and it was about probably 3, 4 feet where it happened. But there was a big wad, a lot of grass in that lake, obviously. There was a big wad right there of grass, so we were questioning whether nobody would confirm that it went in the water, so it wasn't like a sure thing. I probably would have went in or made somebody go in. But just to kind of get over it, I kind of convinced myself that maybe I forgot it at home. But it wasn't at home. And no, they're not cheap. I was buying them when you could get them at Academy. That was before COVID. They'd run their half sale, half price, and even then they're still expensive. But I've been buying them on Amazon. I never said I always said I'd never use them, but I like the little size, obviously, and I was using them. Like if I was throwing a moving bait like a speed worm, I wouldn't use them. I'd use lead. But then I started breaking off with lead on fluorocarbon, so I stopped. Actually, I don't even think I was using fluorocarbon. I think I was using FluoroClear. So it may have just been the line, but sometimes I drag a speed worm too, so it's kind of interchangeable. And if I'm on the bottom, I kind of want tungsten. It's one of those things you just kind of get used to, and you start paying the money for it. Come on. Drift back. There's definitely a group of something sitting up there, and it must be just small fish. Ooh, he jacked it. Is he still there? Nope. Holy cow, he knocked the crap out of it. Come on, dude. Eat it. I went to a U-tail. Goodness. Usually when they do that, it's a little one. The bigger ones pick it up real soft. There's a lot of different edges over here. Ooh, something got it. Just, he's playing with it again. Come on, dude. Eat it or leave it alone. Oh, shoot. Yeah. The bad thing about a Carolina rig is they can dance around with it. Oh, I think he hit it when I was bringing it in because it's not exposed. But so you're dragging that sinker, they could pick it up and go here. That's the challenge of the Carolina rig. You gotta. The good thing about it is you got that free floating worm and it slides through that sinker. It's weightless. So if your weight's here and they're here and they grab it and they go up here, you got to be ready. And you got to be able to bring up a lot of line. Hence 7/6 rod. And this is a medium heavy, or actually it's a moderate fast. And I'm not sure that I like it. I've always used a stiff rod for it, but I got it. It was now if you're dragging it like this, it's really good because if they bite it, this rod's like a 50 bend. They won't feel you. I mean, it's real soft. So if they're pulling on it, that rod will bend. But when you're working like here, we got a lot of grass that you got to kind of pull it through. And I actually like to work mine rod tip up, especially if I'm pulling through grass too. But if I'm tight line and something hit it, this rod will give a lot. So they won't be as weary of that. If you have a real stiff rod, they're going to feel that. Man, I'm thirsty. Oh, there's a lot of fish over here. But I'll tell you, they're not real clean marks. They're not solid, hard, round marks, which makes me wonder what it might be, if it's even bass. See, I'm already in grass. Time is it? Quarter till. And if you guys are tuning in and you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you would. We're out here fishing in Lake Bouclair, offshore grass. The grass runs all the way up to the bank. We're on the edge right here. There's some hard bottom and shell mixed in with this grass. Oh, thing just jumped right where I cast. I got grass hung up on it. There we go. Fish are off the bottom. Come on, dudes. Good Lord, it's hazy. It's got grass stuck on it. You guys see this rod? It's got a lot of bend. I wish I could hear the comments. I think there's some software out there. And last year, you'd go in, you'd get on these edges, and there would be fish. I mean, a lot of visible fish this time of year. This was a really weird year. And it got a lot of pressure last year. Like I was saying in my video, I mean, last year I fished a 10-inch worm during the spring, did well. And this year, just little stuff has worked the best. And the funny thing is the water, I'm using clear watercolors this year with the dirty water, and I was using dark colors last year, and the water was really clear. Looked great. Fish were just different mood. I think it's all the wind we've had. We've had really windy days this year. And the lingering cold. Like last year, I think the waters got colder than they did this year. But they'd warm up, they get cold, it warm up. And it just kind of would warm up just a little bit, just kind of lingered around. Nothing on that edge. What time is that? Almost 6. There's spots with dead grass too. And spots with good grass. You gotta find the good grass. Which I caught some around some of that dead stuff, which was weird. I'm gonna set this. I'm gonna call it. How many we got on? Anybody? 7? Oh, thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in. Somebody said something nice. Not bad. Must be decent if they are in the live well. Oh. No, I got one in the live well. And I'm gonna let him go. I was right at 4. Oh my gosh. No, you didn't. I got bass slapped from the live well. Calm down, dude. Take my sunglasses off. That one, guys. That was the biggest of the day on chatterbait. I was hair jigging it, kind of stroking it, fat. Let her go. What's that? Something popped up. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna let her go. There we go. There she goes. Down into the abyss. I'll be honest, guys, Popka water doesn't look that bad after seeing some of these lakes. And that canal up there is really clear. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Look at that. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you watch that video from Kenansville. Drops tomorrow at 5. And hit that like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we'll see you next time on Bmaz Fishing. Thanks for tuning in. See y'all next time. We out.